Hello everyone and welcome to another game for Total War Warhammer 2. So guys, in this game we're playing with the Greenskins led by Skarsnik, the Trickster himself, versus the Tombkings led by Cetra the Imperishable. And I'm actually facing off against BlackIron from BlackIron Battles. He's a pretty cool guy, got a big hit in his life recently. You need to check his channel to learn more about it. Other than that, let's get right into the game. So for my army, I've got 3 Orc Air Boys, a Rusty Air, 2 Forest Goblin Spider Riders, Orc Boarboy Biggin, Savage Orc Biggins with Night Goblin Shaman. He's got Sneaky Stealing, Sneaky Stabbing, and Gorkle Fixit with the Wand of Jet and the ability that decreases recharge rate for the opponent while casting. Got me 2 Orc Biggins, a Black Orc Goblins, 8 Picloonies, and on each flank I've got a Night Goblin Squig Hopper with the Night Goblin Squig Hopper Regiment of Renown. What's their name? The Dirkit Squigs. As for BlackIron's Battles, he's got 2 Scorpions, very nice pick versus the Greenskins. These guys can do a lot of damage with their terror, with their animation. They can pretty much take out anything that's anti-large that the Greenskins might bring. But I have discovered a counter that I'm going to showcase in this game that you guys are going to see it. For his front line, he's got 3 Skeleton Spearmen right behind him. He's got 3 Tomb Guards with the Kepra Guard. Pretty good unit with good armor, very good melee stats, and very high weapon strength with 47 and melee, and it also has magic damage. He's also got the Chosen of the Gods, a Tomb Prince, of course, for the Guardian and this like the negative to decrease in physical resist, and he's got Cetra with, okay, he's got a lot of stuff. Let's check what Cetra has. Okay, so Cetra has the Usirian Incantation that causes damage to opponents and slows them down, the Nuruz Incantation. He's got the Crown of Nehekara, which is pretty good if you're going out with a blobby kind of thing. The Unyielding Will, of course, pretty good, just gives 5 melee attack, 5 melee defense, pretty much a solid ability that you need to get. And of course he's got the Restless Dead. While casting, he gets like to heal all his units. And he's also, did I mention he's got the Chosen of the Gods, the Shapti Grey Bows? These guys are pretty awesome. They got the Missile Break and the Shield Break, and as well they got like the missiles just separate and hit everything. So let's start in slow-mo. So I started immediately with Skarsnik with all the, because my damage dealers are these guys, the Orc Air Boys with the Rusty Airs. So I immediately cast Tricksy Traps and everything is just stocked, and he can't see anything except my front line, which I'm fine with. I don't want, my front line can beat his front line pretty well, not pretty well but good enough. So yeah. So I immediately, here's the counter to the Scorpions by the Greenskins. You need to get an Orc Biggin or Savage Orc Biggin and a Forest Goblin Spider Rider to hit the Tomb Scorpion, and it's still pretty value because these guys together they cost like 1,000, while the Tomb Scorpion alone costs still like 1,100 or something like that. So as you can see, I'm separating my Orc Biggins. Let's slow down now. I'm separating my Orc Biggins with the Forest Goblin Spider Riders on each flank to go attack the Tomb Scorpion, because these guys can keep him busy for a very long time. That might give me the chance to use my airs to either fire on the Scorpion or fire on Cetra. And I'm pushing in with my Dirkit Squig Hoppers and the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers on the other flank to just just keep the Chosen of the Gods from firing. So as you can see, they're coming in on the Tomb Scorpion right now, and all I'm hoping is just to keep it busy. I don't want this bullshit unit to attack because it's pretty bad. So as you can see, now it's pretty busy over there, and on the other side as well. Forest Goblin Spider Riders just hitting the Scorpion, keeping it busy with the Orc Biggins. In the center, my Goblins are just keeping everything busy for the Black Orcs and the Savage Orc Biggins to help out. And then we got us the firing line just hitting Cetra, just completely destroying. Casting Gorkle Fixit to decrease his speed so he wouldn't run away, or he wouldn't run away as fast. Firing the rod from Skarsnik, not sure if it's gonna do any damage. It did absolutely nothing to him. Yeah, it missed horribly. My Night Goblin Squig Hoppers have already hit the Chosen of the Gods. Just keep them busy from firing. I don't want them firing at all. Yeah, of course Cetra is just on the kitty is just pretty formidable, and you can never catch it. And the reason also I get Orc Air Boys is when he drops down by the Carrions, the Orc Air Boys can just beat them pretty soundly and easily. So yeah, and Skarsnik has a pretty good bonus versus large. Like, he doesn't really have that high of a damage, but versus large, I remember he's got like 30, and this is huge bonus to just to destroy anything that's large. So as you can see, Skarsnik is just holding the line all his own. He's got Blade of Setep casted, and like he just doesn't give a damn. I'm also sending in my Orc Barbarians to help out versus the Tomb Prince and etc. And this is just exactly what I want. The Orc begins to hold down the line while my firing line just keeps the pressure on Cetra. Like look at their health, 300, just decreasing pretty badly. And the Scorpions are still busy. They're not doing any damage to my Biggins. They're just doing a lot of damage to the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, and they're poisoned, so they're just slowed down with decreased armor piercing damage and all that. So things are going pretty well for me, and I'm like every time I'm just catching Itchy Nuisance and Gorkle Fix It, Itchy Nuisance, Gorkle Fix It, to keep everything there just debuffed and everything just busy at the moment. As you can see, like Cetra is trying to run away, but Skarsnik is just in his way, just completely smacking him with his puny little rod. Yeah, it's just pretty hard for Cetra to kill Skarsnik. Same thing for the Tomb Prince. Like he's not on his horse. I thought he was going to be on his horse. Okay, that makes sense now. So yeah, Cetra's just, yeah, it's just pretty hard to deal with all this firing line, especially that he can't really, all his like skirmishers can't really kill these Orc Air Boys. Yep, Biggins are still in it. He already like my goblins from this area, they ran away, and I'm just bringing everything in again on Cetra and the Tomb Scorpion. I'm fine with whatever that's going on over there. And now Cetra's breaking now. He casted Neru's Incantation of Protection, which makes a lot of sense, but still, yep, that's like I think he's crumbling right now. Yeah, I think so. I think he's crumbling. Anywho, as you can see, like my Biggins with my Forest Goblin Spider Riders are still keeping the Scorpion busy, and this is exactly what I want. I don't want the Scorpion just rampaging in the front line. I don't want them to attack the Black Orcs. Like Black Orcs, I think they're getting a lot of value. 116 kills, and that is Tomb Guard and the what's their face? The Tomb Guard and the Spearman. So, and now Cetra falls and dies. As you can see, the pressure from the firing line is just too much for Cetra to handle, especially with the Orc Air Boys. They're harder to kill, they have much bigger health than the Goblins, and they won't rout immediately once they get hit by anything. So yeah, Skarsnik's still fighting the Tomb Prince. He's doing a pretty good job. I thought the Tomb Prince was going to be on a horse, but yeah, it's pretty good that Skarsnik is actually beating him, because he's poisoning him, he's taking him down. I'm also casting Sneaky Stamina and Itchy Nuisance whenever I can on an area around Skarsnik, so Skarsnik can actually do a lot of damage. Sent in the Savage Orc Biggins. They were always standing beside Skarsnik to just keep everything busy over there. He casted his Ushapti Summon. Like, yeah, it's kind of too little too late. Already Cetra is dying, the Tomb Prince is dying, and with the death of the Tomb Prince, there is no actually coming back from this. Like, it's pretty bad, you know, like, it's just not expected to get this strong of a firing line versus Tombkings, and Skarsnik for some reason has become pretty tanky with 55 melee defense, and he's a small target. And yeah, he's not considered large, he's considered small. So yeah, that's like Tombkings tend to not suffer, but they tend to find it really hard to kill infantry with their large monsters, other than the Scorpion, of course. Like, if he would have sent the Scorpions on Skarsnik would have get beaten up pretty badly. And now all that's left is actually the Kepra Guard. Like, I did nothing to them. They only lost 2 because they were fighting goblins, and then they were sent on Orc Air Boys and Rusty Airs. So yeah, but now my firing line is getting into place to just, you know, have a conclave of fire on it. And this is just going to be like really hard for the Tombkings to come back from, and it's a good game actually. Well played to BlackIron. I really enjoyed this game. Like, it was we had us a couple of games after it. Let's check the stats. Like, before it we had a Greenskins versus Chaos, a very close game that I'm gonna cast and show you guys within the coming days. Also, I'm here in Egypt, we have Ramadan, so yeah, I'll have a lot of free time on my hand the coming days. So yeah, I'll be back to uploading a lot of it. So checking the stats, as you can see, the Biggins 1-0 and the other one's 45. I got the only value I got from the Biggins and the Forest Goblin Spiders is keeping these two shits of a unit busy, the Tomb Scorpions, because their animation, yes, they break through units, like, you know, when they burrow under the ground and come up, but the Forest Goblin Spiders are just formidable. They keep them busy, they keep around them, surround them, and keep them busy all the time. Skarsnik, I actually did not expect him to be that good. And Black Orcs, of course, Black Orcs, like, you cannot really say anything about Black Orcs. For BlackIron, yeah, like, I think one of the biggest mistakes is that he didn't have normal bows. Like, a couple of normal bows would have taken down the big uns easily, and he should have, like, microed his Tomb Scorpions to get him out there. But yeah, the Forest Goblin Spider, I think they were the main reason they kept the Tomb Scorpions busy. Well, other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed this game, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers and have a nice day.